Did you know that the cottage cheese you've been eating could be hiding unhealthy secrets? From hidden ingredients that mess with your body to brands claiming to be healthy, this video will expose what's really in your tub of cottage cheese. Stick with me to discover why some of the most popular brands might be doing more harm than good, and learn which ones you should never buy again. Plus, we'll uncover the 2 brands that are actually worth your trust. Are you ready to get the truth? Start by building anticipation. Ask the audience about their favorite cottage cheese brand, and tease the fact that some of these widely loved brands may not live up to their claims. Briefly mention how cottage cheese has long been considered a healthy snack, but how the reality is much more complicated. Provide an overview. There are hidden sugars, unhealthy fats, and preservatives in many brands. Today's goal is to expose these secrets. Dive into why cottage cheese has been considered a staple for health-conscious people. Talk about its high protein content, low calories, and versatility. Mention how it became a popular part of fitness and diet culture. Transition to the dark side. With growing demand, brands started making shortcuts. And some brands have made unhealthy choices that consumers don't realize. Explain what consumers should avoid in cottage cheese preservatives. Unnecessary sugars, excessive sodium, etc. Break down the ingredients list of cottage cheese. Highlight the deceptive labeling tricks some brands use to make their products seem healthier than they are. Introduce the concept of healthy brands versus brands that sell low-quality products under the guise of health. Without naming the brands yet, give a rundown of the common issues with the worst cottage cheese brands. Excessive sugar. Some cottage cheese has more sugar than a typical dessert. Explain how sugar is added to make it more palatable, but ultimately harms your health. Preservatives and additives. Discuss how many brands use artificial ingredients to extend shelf life, making the cottage cheese taste less fresh, unnecessary. Fillers. Some brands load their cottage cheese with thickening agents, starches, and gums, which do nothing for health. Low-quality milk. Talk about how the milk used in some cottage cheese products comes from low-quality sources and doesn't provide the nutritional benefits that consumers expect. Excessive sodium. Sodium content in cottage cheese can be surprisingly high. That affects your overall health, especially for people with blood pressure concerns. Flavors that mislead consumers. Discuss flavored cottage cheese that contains hidden additives that make it taste better but contribute to unhealthy ingredients. Start revealing brand names without directly naming them. Describe the shocking ingredients found in some of the leading cottage cheese brands. Compare the nutritional differences between some of the bad brands and provide examples of what can be found in the product. Sugar levels. Sodium and UTN. Preservatives. Share some shocking statistics about how many brands are misleading consumers with false marketing claims. Add testimonials or reviews, real or hypothetical, about how consumers were shocked after reading the labels. Dive deeper into the potential health risks of consuming these subpar cottage cheese products. Weight gain from hidden sugar, blood sugar spikes from excessive sugars and artificial sweeteners, long-term damage to digestive health from fillers, and preservatives. Potential kidney issues from high sodium content, brain fog, or sluggishness from consuming too many processed ingredients. Bring in expert opinions from nutritionists or health experts on why certain ingredients are not only unnecessary, but detrimental to a healthy lifestyle. Section 6. The 2 cottage cheese brands that are actually worth it. Transition to the positive. After exposing the worst, shift gears to talk about the 2 cottage cheese brands that actually meet the mark when it comes to quality and nutrition. List the characteristics that make these brands stand out. No artificial additives or preservative. Grass-fed milk or organic sourcing. High protein content with no unnecessary sugars or additives. Low sodium content. If possible, explain how these brands make an effort to keep their products fresh and nutritious. Provide tips on how to choose the right cottage cheese. Always check the ingredient list for preservatives, fillers, and sugars. Look for cottage cheese with high protein and minimal additives. Choose brands that are transparent about their sourcing and processes. Recommend reading reviews and doing research before purchasing. Advise on trying plain, unsweetened cottage cheese as a healthy base and adding your own fresh Ingredients to control taste and nutrition. Discuss the future of cottage cheese as the health-conscious movement continues to grow. Talk about potential trends in clean eating, organic farming, and how cottage cheese could evolve to become a more transparent and healthy food choice. Leave the audience wondering if more brands will rise to meet consumer demand for healthy, high-quality cottage cheese, or if the bad brands will continue to thrive under the radar. Conclusion. Wrap up the video by revisiting the main points. The hidden dangers in cottage cheese. The 2 brands that deserve your trust, and how to make better choices in the dairy aisle. End with a final call to action. Encourage viewers to share their experiences with cottage cheese. Ask for their favorite brands, and subscribe for more content on healthy food choices.